welcome to my YouTube channel Cbse Courses with Riti. Today we are going to start with few topics that we must know. It is a part of your SSC 11th syllabus, 12th syllabus, CA Foundation syllabus as well. So the topic is national income. National income. What is a national income? So basically, it's nothing very hard. It's the total money value. Remember this, money value of all final goods and services. Now, it's not a complete definition. It will be completed with produced in a financial year. Okay, let's try to understand what I have written here. It's the total money value. Here I am talking about what? Monetary value. Value that can be calculated in terms of money of all final goods and services. Final goods and services means जो भी produce हो रहा है, whether it's a service of your house help, a service of your teacher, or the goods you buy like your jewelry, your books, everything. So the value of these goods and these services in terms of money produced in a financial year. Here by financial year I mean to say 1st April to 31st March. This is our financial year. So in a year, let's say let's talk about 2024. If we are talking about national income of 2024, it is the total money value of all final goods and services produced in a financial year, that is produced from 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2024. Okay, wait a second. Okay, sorry. Okay, we got this much. It's the total money value of all final goods and services produced in a financial year. Nothing hard, right? Now, there are something called concepts of national income. What is it? Concepts of national income like GNP, GDP, NNP. What else? There's something called PI. Then PCI. Wait a second, let me see. Yeah, there is something called DI. Then there is, let me just check if I'm missing, gross domestic net national product. Okay, disposable. Then there is real. Oh, sorry. Real. Then real PCI. So there is total 8 kinds of national income. Each of it has two. This has two, you know, distribution. Then this also is divided into two parts: NNP and GNP. Now, before learning the concepts, let me introduce to few, terms that will help you to understand the whole topic nicely. Factor cost, and there is something called market price. Maybe you might be able to guess what I'm trying to say by it, but this is not enough. Okay, so we'll try to dig it in deep. Factor cost is there are four kinds of factors, namely what? If you know, comment me below. That are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. Land का factor cost is rent, labor, wages, capital interest, and entrepreneur profit. Okay, so factor cost means is equals to R plus W plus I plus P. Okay, do you get me? R for rent, W for wages, I for interest, P for profit. When you add these four things together, that is your factor cost. Then you will say, what is a market price? Don't worry, I'll tell you. The factor cost, I'll denote it by FC. FC means your factor cost. So factor cost plus your net indirect taxes plus your net indirect taxes. I'll tell you why I have written net here. Don't worry. Okay, just remember कि ये सब add करने के बाद after you added, let me give you an example that will help us to story in a story. Okay, this okay, there is a factory. Okay, this is your factory. Okay, it produces, let's say, cookies. Okay, it produces cookies. Now factory has its factor cost of rupees 10. Factory के हिसाब से what is the factor cost of cookies? 10. Means my factory has added its rent for the factory, right? Wages of the laborers, factory में workers होंगे उनके wages, capital में जो interest है, अगर कोई फैक्ट्री ओपन हुई लेट्स से, सो दे विल बी अ बिजनेसमैन जिसने पैसे इनिशियली लगाए होंगे, दैट इज व्हाट कैपिटल इज. ओके, capital is nothing but the initial money invested by the entrepreneur is capital. So capital जब आपने लगाया, so business will give you something in return, that is your interest. So factory must have added the interest also and अपना profit भी, right? Profit is the main thing for a business, we all know. So according to the factory, the factor cost of the cookies is rupees 10. Let's star mark this. We got a factor cost. Now let's make a journey to our market price. Let me change the color. उसके बाद these cookies comes to the road and before getting distributed, it has to give some indirect taxes. These taxes are given to whom? To the government itself. You can check on anything. They are indirect taxes. They are direct taxes as well that we pay to the government. Like indirect taxes, GST you can say. GST is a indirect tax. वो अपने गुड्स में लगा लगाया आता है. Direct taxes such as income tax. You can ask your parents. They must pay the income tax, the property tax. So in the same way, here इस कुकीज पे अब लगेगा इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स लेट से कितने का लगा? और 10 रुपीज का. गवर्नमेंट टुक 10 more rupees on this cookies. गवर्नमेंट लेगी तो अब ये कुकीज कितने की बन गई? 20 की हो गई ये कुकीज. दिस कुकीज इज नाउ फॉर रुपीज 20. But this cookies is very good for your health. It is made up of wheat. Now मैं इससे पहले ही बता देती हूँ. There is something called subsidies. There is something called subsidy. So what is this? It is a money that government, particularly government ही होती है, that government pays to help organizer basically you can say a firm, organization, to keep the cost of services लो, ठीक है. Like गैस सिलेंडर्स पे गवर्नमेंट गिव सब्सिडीज सो दैट हमें कम पैसे लगे गैस सिलेंडर में. वैसे ही व्हेन द थिंग्स आर गुड फॉर द पब्लिक then government pays the few amount by itself so that उस particular good का price reduces. For example here, after adding your indirect taxes of rupees 10, the price of your cookies is rupees 20 now. So what will happen? Government will give a subsidy. Subsidy सबको नहीं मिलती. It must, a genuine thing. It have to be like these cookies. Let's say that these cookies is so good for your health, for the kids. It is fat free. It is made up of wheat flour and stuff. तो इस government ने subsidies दी of rupees 5. तो ये subsidies subtract होंगी. ठीक है. These subsidies get subtracted क्योंकि जो आप 20 रुपीस का देने वाले थे, the 20 rupees cookies, but the cookies were for 20 rupees, but because of the help from the government, this is nothing but you can say a help from the government. So because of the help of the government, now the cookies price is rupees 15. ठीक है. So now this is what? This is your market price. यहाँ पे फैक्टर कॉस्ट था. नाउ I got my market price. I got my market price. Clear? So yeah, we got a market price of rupees 15, factor cost rupees 10. Now you can relate to this formula. Factor cost, wait, factor cost, let's do it. Factor cost rupees 10 plus net indirect taxes. Now net indirect taxes. Net indirect taxes is nothing but indirect tax minus subsidies is your net indirect taxes. बेसिकली द टैक्स जो कि हमें पे करना पड़ा, ये था टैक्स जो पे करना था, बट सब्सिडीज के बाद दिस इज द टैक्स यू हैव टू पे. व्हाट इज योर नेट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स? नेट इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स इज रुपीज 10 माइनस रुपीज 5. सो प्लस रुपीज 5. 10 में से 5 गया 5. सो रुपीज रुपीज 15 is your market price. Right? Wait a second. Yeah, it's recording. You have to keep and check if it's recording or not. Okay. Got my point? Factor cost, ये सबको add करके market price, factor cost plus your net indirect tax. So here you got a market price, here you got your factor cost. Simple, easy, ठीक है. Now let's move to. Now we are going to start with GNP, Gross National Product. Basically, gross national product can be calculated at your market price as well and at your factor cost as well. Okay, this is the subdivision. But before understanding this GNP at MP and FC, let us talk about what gross national product is. Right? Okay. Let's talk about it. Gross national product is, okay, let me write it down. The income generated by normal citizen of India. India I am writing, but it basic India, let's not write India, citizen of a country. India is for ourselves, okay? Not India, हर समय India नहीं, okay? Of a country within or outside the country. समझ आया? The income generated by normal means basically normal citizen means aam aadmi, just the way to write it. The income generated by normal citizen of India or any country, let's not write India, okay, it's confusing. The income generated by normal citizen of a country within or outside the country, within or outside the country, like if a Indian is earning from his business in UAE. So he's an Indian, but he's not having his business in India. He's not, his income is not generated from within the country but outside the country. He's generating his income from UAE. But gross national product states that आपका citizen, if it's a citizen from your country, it doesn't matter पैसे वो कौन सी country से ला रहा है. The only thing matter is he is a citizen of your country. So this will be calculated in your GNP. I'm not talking about the subdivisions here, by the way. It's not really needed, but I'll explain you once what it is. It is very easy. जो आपने अभी पढ़ा about the market price and factor costs is the same thing. ठीक है? So Indian is earning from his business in UAE. It would be included, but foreigner on. Tell me, if we are calculating the GNP, that is gross national product, India, do you think this situation will be added? I said कि Indian अगर earning his money from his business of UAE or any other country, anywhere outside the country, it is calculated. But if a foreigner is earning in India, he is in India only. He is not a citizen of India, but he is in India. He is earning money in India. Will you calculate it? Tell me yes or no in the comment below with the reasons. Right now, let's test how much you understood by the definition, how smart you are. Even if you get it wrong, it's fine, okay? Because the topic is not over yet. Okay. So, this will not be calculated in GNP. Now, you'll ask me why. You will say, maybe you will say कि India में ही है. So, why won't we calculate it? Reason is simple. मैंने कहा normal citizen of a country. Normal citizen means citizen. Citizen I'm saying, not even you have to dig it into it. He or she, अगर मैं GNP India की calculate कर रही हूँ, so the I will only calculate the income of the citizen of India. अगर मैं ग्रॉस नेशनल प्रोडक्ट यूएसए का ऐड करूंगी, सो आई विल ओनली कैलकुलेट द इनकम ऑफ द सिटीजन्स ऑफ यूएसए. इंडियन का नहीं ऐड कर दूंगी अगर इंडियन यूएसए में रह रहा है तब भी. सो you will add the income of an Indian if he is earning from UAE, but you will not add the income of a foreigner who is earning in India. National means human. You have to focus on human. In case of GNP, always focus on human. वो इंसान, if that person is citizen or not, नहीं है citizen, no matters आपकी country में है, you will not calculate the income. The only thing matters is that person whom you are seeing should be a citizen of your country. The citizen of the country you are calculating the gross national product. फिर से पढ़ेंगे. The income generated by the citizen of a country within or outside the country. These examples is very important to make your concepts clear. ठीक है? Just take a screenshot. I'll erase. ठीक है? Okay. Okay, first let me just teach you GNP at factor cost and GNP at market price. Gross national product. Gross national product means, again I will be talking about human, if that is citizen. सिर्फ citizen का calculate होगा. Factor cost means you will only calculate the rent, interest, profit and wages. Market price means factor cost plus net indirect taxes, right? Yeah, factor cost plus net indirect taxes is your market price. Now, अगर यहाँ पे I'll tell you to calculate the GNP at market price, and let's say in a financial year 1000 units were produced. अब ठीक है, let's say कि इसी cookies की 1000 units is produced in a financial year. Tell me the GNP. तो 15 into 1000. 15 into 1000 is 15,000. So this is your GNP at market price. Market price or total units produced in a financial year. So GNP at factor cost. GNP at factor cost क्या होगा? 10 rupees. That is your factor cost. 10 rupees into 1000 units. I am talking about a financial year. Always here. I am talking about that 1000 units were produced in a financial year. So tell me gross national product at market price and gross national product at factor cost. And let us, अब मैं यहाँ GNP लिख रही हूँ, it means it is produced by an Indian. मैं इंडिया के GNP निकाल रही हूँ, so it produced by Indian. Okay, so it is 10,000. And there is a formula for GNP at factor cost. There is a formula that is GNP at market price minus net indirect tax. तो GNP at market price क्या निकाला? 15,000. And net indirect tax क्या था? Net indirect tax is ₹5. अभी calculate किया, right? But 5 is for 1 unit. For 1000 units, how much it will be? 5,000. So 10,000 is the answer. That is simple. GNP at market price. मार्केट प्राइस को कैलकुलेट कर दो टोटल यूनिट से. GNP at फैक्टर कॉस्ट, फैक्टर कॉस्ट है और यूनिट से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. दैट्स इट. So for now we will be ending our video here only. I hope you like my video. In the next video we will talk about more concepts of national income. Till then, bye bye and have a great day ahead. If you like my video, so do like, subscribe and share my channel. Also ring the bell hand button so you'll get all the notifications of my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.